Hello and welcome back to RCL Div 1 round. I forgot the round already. Round. What round is it? I forgot. I think it's round. Shit. Anyway, we are now here at Spain this time. I'm going to get it correct because last night, if you remember, I called it Spa for a while. Same format as last night. We have a 35% sprint race as we watch them go off on their formation lap. A 35% sprint race, followed by them, of course, us resetting the lobby. And then we will go into short quali with a 35% race. Now, I am not by myself in the comms box tonight. I have Huni. Hello.
Hello there, Max. How are you doing today?
Good. Looking forward to see if we have any chaos because last night we saw a wet quali but a dry race. Any bold prediction for who's going to win the sprint?
I mean, Nayashi's got a really good chance. He's starting in pole position. If he gets a good launch, then I think he's really got the getaway.
Yeah, and very quickly running through the grid as we have not very long left in the formation lap. Naya Shayna Williams with Toe also in Williams. Both Ferraris are Creeper and Sonny Bray. Both Mercs are Com United and Cookie. Then you have Spotty Dotty and Coops in the Alpine. Karubi and Guga in the McLaren. In the Aston, you've got Suit for Duck and Vettel. Red Bull is Lord Bill. I think he's the only Red Bull, unless I'm missing something. Yeah. You've got Muzz and Controlling in the Kicks, Jackie Boy in the Haas, and both Racing Bulls with Dilby and Cooper. I believe it was meant to be reverse standings for the sprint, although I'm not quite sure why the reserves are starting at the bottom. That's okay. Anyway, as we wait for everyone to finish their. Oh no, okay, I stuffed up. Okay, anyway, we will get ready to start here. And so we wait.
Alrighty, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights up, and away we go. Nayashi gets a really nice start off the line. He's going to keep that lead going into turn one. There's a little bit of contact going wheel to wheel. Almost three wide into three wide almost. There's a Mercedes spin. There's a big contact. Turn one. Cars going off everywhere. Oh my goodness, what has just happened? All grouped together. Reaper 4415, also known as JB, now leads the sprint here in Spain. Let's look down further back at the field what's going on with Jackie Boy. I think he may have just gone in the gravel there. All right, so JB now leads from Sifter, Communites, Ruby, Nayashe is your top six. Then you have further back Vettel, Cookie, Controlling, who's now fighting position with Cookie as we're speaking. There's another yellow further back down the field. Appears to be Superstar maybe losing the rear a little bit. And here we go, JB. Communited's got himself up into second place. JB with a 2-second gap. I'll take it away with you, Phoenix.
Yep, that was a very, very chaotic first lap of the sprint. As we do have a quick look at the tyres, we have I'm not quite sure what is the split, and we have a car off. I
Right, I'm gonna
which
cut you off there. No, actually, he seems to have spun and gone into the gravel there. Not sure what's happened. He may have lost his rears, but anyway, back to you.
we have quite a few of the drivers opting to go on that inter moderate meet. Jesus, I got the
And
compound.
Kruby's now just spun. What is going on?
This is chaos. This is chaos 2.0. We didn't have a very chaotic sprint here last night, but with a basically full grid, only missing a Red Bull and a Haas driver, I believe. There's a lot more action, and the drivers are ready and racing. And we look a quick look at the position changes. We have controlling up 14 positions currently in P4, and we've got another yellow flag, and I think that's a McLaren of, I need to find it. That's Guga going, I think, slightly too wide into that final corner, as we are now on lap 3 of only 8. And what will happen after this sprint is, of course, the game will load us into the race. Then we get to watch the absolutely chaotic way of the drivers retiring, or basically, instead of retiring, they crash into each other in DNF. Then we will reset the lobby and start short quali.
All right. Yeah, we have a battle for 10th place in the minute. Not going to get 2 points in this sprint race between Cooper Trooper and Super Duck battling for that P10 throughout the lap. No, Shay, unfortunately, the only one so far to pick up a 3 second penalty. Unfortunately, I think his race is well and truly over for the evening here in the sprint. JB still leads with over a 2.5 second gap as Controller makes his way up into third place. So he's now up, I believe, 15 places from the start. Toes up 10 places. So really good places. Really good starts for them as we head halfway into the sprint race. Yep.
Yes,
We
and
have
we've got
another
another,
yellow flag. What has just happened?
and that seemed to be a very brief yellow flag. That, as we do have Cookie very close up the back of Vettel, and Cookie, as I say that, gets a 3 second time penalty. So my bad. I did not mean to curse you at all. But comes curse are bound to happen, as the field is sort of kind of spread out, kind of not spread out. You've got Creeper currently running away with it, but then you've got small patches of groups. Then you've got a sort of in the middle pack, you've got a big train of drivers, and then you've got smaller groups dotting all the way back to Muzz in. And Controlling gets a move done on Toe up into P2 from, I believe he started, I think, P18 as well.
And Super Duck looks to have gone into the pit lane to retire. He's definitely done. As Groovy now just picks up a 3 second penalty along with Jackie Roy. Um,
Oh,
and here we have
off.
the battle for 14th between Camus and Karubi at the minute. And Super appears to have left the session. He may have disconnected his thoughts.
Because we know
later, probably.
we know EA loves to do things like, in terms of yesterday's stream, safety car with a couple of laps to go of racing when it would come in. EA decided to, in its bright mind, to kick me out of the lobby. Out of all people, it chose to kick the streamer. But that's one thing about streaming and broadcasting and commentary. We are going to be bound and plagued by tech issues.
Oh, as Camel's trying to make the move on Kirby there, he makes a little bit of contact on the inside of him and makes a bit of contact and spins as a result of it. Essentially, he's going to give himself some wing damage on his own plate there by the looks of it. So the top eight heading into lap six is we have JB123. We have Control and Tow, Com United, Vettel, Sunny Bray, Lord Bill, and Cookie. But unfortunately, he does have that 3 seconds, so I don't know how much of a gap he may pull, as Scripture looks to be maybe 5 minutes one out, as there seems to be a battle of the hedge of P6 at the minute between Lord Bill and Sunny Bray, between the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Very close. Oh, it's very slight contact there. Lord Bill stays ahead at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Trooper Trooper now has gone past OG Cookie. Now can he maybe catch up ahead between the two ahead of him? He's only on the straight where he's got the DRS. Controller looks to be eking, just catching up to JV very much so. He's almost within DRS, so he could very well catch him on this lap or the final lap as Kirby picks up yet another 3 second time penalty. So we will come back to this battle for sixth place between Sunny Bray, Lord Bill, Cooper Trooper, and OG Cookie.
And it was Cooper Trooper is getting very close to Lord Bill even. Not quite sure what I was saying. And dives up the inside.
Well, and he makes a very dive to the inside there. Makes a little bit of contact with Lord Bill. It's going to force him a little bit wide there, but that's all right. And Cooper Trooper gets himself up into seventh position for the time being.
As we are now
back at the front here. Sorry to cut you off there, things. Control looks to be very within DRS to Creeper to JB123. It looks like there might be a little bit of rain coming down. Actually,
could be, but
it might be.
Gets
Control and does take the lead of the sprint race.
Gets that move done, easy as pie with that DRS, and did have a slight battery advantage, I think, at that point as well. As now it's controlling that's pulling away from Creeper, not controlling closing the gap to Creeper. Whether controlling will now stay P1, time will tell. It's a race. Anything can happen. You could touch the grass, spin. I've spun out on the line before. Anything can happen. As we did have a very brief yellow flag. Not quite sure where that was. And Sonny Bray and Cooper Trooper are going at it very close, but Sonny Bray holds that position.
We now head over as Controller now goes around the final corner to take the sprint victory here in Barcelona as a first time sort of sprint winner here in the RCL, with JB in second, Toe in thirds after a very brilliant he's up. Toe went up 9 positions, controlling up 17 positions. What a driver, man. Vettel, Com United, Sunny Bray, Cooper Trooper, and Lord Bill rounds up the rest of your top 8 finishes. Wow, that was a very hectic sprint off the start there, Phoenix. What are your thoughts?
It was chaotic, and it was only 8 laps, and I believe the race will be 20 something. I am not quite sure what it is here. Even though I did it last night, I can't even remember. Even though I did it just over 24 hours ago, as we now are waiting for Muzz to complete his lap, as it is starting to pitter-patter now. As we wait for the game to update, send us into the lobby, do a bunch of EA things, do you think it's going to be a wet or dry race? Because last night we had a wet quali and a dry race. We could have it switched. We could have it rain halfway through.
I think they could, obviously, um, with that sprint that last couple of laps, we did have a little bit rain coming down. That did look very, very interesting. So we'll see what comes out of that in the race. I do think there might be a little bit of rain coming down with a sprinkle, but we shall see.
As now they will all load in to the, I want to say feature race, but they have been told they will DNF. We will watch the chaos unfold, and I do believe they will have to go out on formation lap. I'm not quite sure if they can retire before a formation lap, though.
I think off the line here, we are going to get a very chaotic sprint start, as we do need to obviously restart this lobby to go back and do short quali and see what happens there.
Last time we did have a car do a little flippy moment.
So see a lot of donuts there.
This is formation lap, so they're just trying to get disqualified. I don't think you can't get damage in a formation lap, which is kind of stupid, as the cars are sliding around, being ghosts, going into each other. And if this is the formation lap, what is the feature race as such going to bring?
I think it will be obviously very, very chaotic off the line.
And we
will see.
We have Naya Eshe going backwards around the course.
He appears to be pulling a tomato here and just getting a reverse lap in. Maybe getting the Spain reverse practice a little early.
But it's not even reverse, because if you were to do reverse practice, normally that means you're going around the other direction, not literally reversing.
As we see Superdog join back in the lobby after he had a very unfortunate, very unlucky sprint race, where he was forced to retire because he just had too much damage.
As now we wait for. We have got a few cars left out, as we've got the second Red Bull has joined us, so I do believe we might have all 20 drivers now in the lobby. So when we get to short quali, we will go through the list of drivers, as it has changed a bit. As Sonny Bray has left the session.
Yes, I believe that Red Bull.
And Sick Party.
I believe that Red Bull driver. Yes, I believe that Red Bull driver of ANZ Kid Fury is supposed to be OC Designs, meant to be reserving for Haas, though. Obviously, he will change his car when he gets into.
Oh, there we go.
There's a lot of drive-through penalties here.
That is very normal. Where is all the crashing? Oh, contact.
Log troopers. I don't know what's happening to Log Trooper, but he seems to have quite the big lead.
What is?
Not sure why he has such a big lead, but there seems to be a lot of carnage there.
Oh, we've got a safety car. Yesterday, we did, in fact, get the game to give us a red flag. And getting F125 to give a flag with league settings, which are normally very strict, actually takes a fair lot, as we only have a handful of drivers left. As we wait for them to be silly. Oh. Oh, and Globdrip has slammed it into a wall on purpose,
Yeah,
and
we're
Toad
just
gets a
waiting for these
drop.
final few
Oh,
drivers. Say Brahia seems to be on a high,
oh,
so obviously
oh!
he seems to be
I got it
obviously the only one
again.
as Tone advertised. And the session.
I got a card doing a little spin yet again here. Got it last night, I got it tonight as well. And now we will do the mundane way of now resetting the entire lobby as we watch the podium
Yes.
celebrations for the feature race. Looks like Vettel has been able to rejoin. I don't, as we will ignore, because some people, it's a chance for the drivers to, let's say, get their anger out without having penalties applied to them. And we now just wait for EA to do EA things again. Now, how I know you are a TP. How did that race go for your drop? How did let me reword that. As the kick TP,
I do think they did very well. I think in particular, I think Cooper did manage to score himself a points. Fortunately, Dilby was just outside of him, but there's still the main event to come, so I'm hoping they do really well. Uh, we have just signed for Cooper Trooper. As unfortunate, our other driver, Moza, did leave the server. And unfortunately, two other life, whatever else we want to do. But it's alright, we found a quick replacement, and Cooper Trooper definitely does look fast. I do
yeah,
think he's got pace to do really well today, along with my reserve driver for today, Joe, also known as Dilby, obviously.
and as the kick
So,
TP, I
yeah,
had a very nice sprint race with one of my reserve drivers controlling, getting that win with my other reserve driver, who I got maybe 10 minutes before the race started, which is cutting it slightly fine. But my full-time driver that was racing unfortunately had to pull out last minute due to other commitment issues that came up. But I am hoping Controlling can pull off the same he did in the sprint, as we will take a brief break and we will be back when the game loads us into short quali.
I'll run through.
And we are back. We have now 19 drivers on the grid. I thought we had 20 slightly earlier, as we now wait for all of them to get their setups on and get ready to go. Would you mind running through the grid for anyone new that has joined us here this evening?
All right. So, in obviously between the sprint and qualifying, we have had a couple of people join us. We've had ANZ Pete Fury, who is now in the correct seat, who is reserving for Haas, along with, I believe, Globdrip as well, who's joined us once again. So we do only have 19 people. We are still waiting for Sonny Bray, who is yet to join back as he just disconnected.
We now have a few of the drivers out on outlaps, and something I will do to chuck it up and be interesting, and I will explain because I know I haven't explained it before. Someone in chat's gone, wait, what's happening? Now, looking at the tyre compounds for quali, normally you would put on a set of softs. We do currently have 4 people out on a set of intermediate tyres. They are trying to set the Inters pole, which I think is the fastest time before the 12-minute mark you do on a set of intermediate compound tyres. So that's why their tyres are looking a bit strange, and their times will be, frankly, quite slower than the people on the soft compounds. So we do have Guga, who has just started his first lap, and take it away as we go on board.
All right, coming into not going through next time corners into he's already intersected 2. Not sure where his sector 1 time what his sector time was, but we'll go on from whatever it is, as there appears to be a slight yellowish flag for Williams just up ahead. He seems to be slowing down just up ahead as Cooking out. It comes into the final bit of the second sector is 51.3. Coming into turn 12 now. He's got a V-carb in front of him, which is Cooper Trooper, but he's going to get his into pole up just in time with a 1:17.212. Obviously, that is the fastest of the Inters times so far. We'll see what Control and Lord Bill and Toe have to do, as Guga also goes fast as with a 13.5, obviously done on softs, as Muzz goes on a 14.9. Yeah. As Nia Eshe now takes the way with pole with a 1:12.9. And he'll be up there in P3 with a 1:13.7, maybe getting a little bit toe from that Williams, perhaps.
We do have a fair few of our drivers out on a flying lap. I think the next person to, never mind, I was about to say the next person to cross the line on the intermediates is Controlling, but he has dipped straight into the pits. So I think the next person
he's got the last set of his tyres around the final corner. He comes. Poe, can he beat the time? 1:17 to beat. He does beat it. By a 10th there. So he will have the Inters pole for him, as we obviously have some yellow flags going on at the minute. It seems to all be cleared up.
As we do have a few validations, we do have that person driving for Haas, which I've forgot their name. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce their in-game name.
I believe it is OC Designs
Oh
there.
yeah.
Who
Then
has gone invalidated? Is
Creeper has
first lap.
invalidated. And then I don't think anyone else. Oh,
now.
Ruby has also invalidated. So that is about 3 drivers that have already invalidated. Now, something to keep in mind here is that this track does have a very higher degradation. It's on par with the tire wear at Qatar, which is really bad on the tires. I believe from what I've been told, it's the left front tire that goes very quickly. And as we saw last night, safety cars can also have a bit of a play in the strategies because we had some of the drivers start on the medium compound tyres. Some drivers start on those hards. When we had a safety car about lap 7, all of the intermediate tyre runners came in to swap tyres. Now, do you think we'll see a safety car here this evening?
It looks to be Lord Bill actually got into pole there as the cut-off time to get these installs is the 11-minute mark. I believe it's about 11 minutes 20 seconds here. So he does get that into pole. So he does get that extra point. So very good for him. And of course, Red Bull.
Suit for Duck.
They are the leading constructors going into this weekend.
And Suit for Duck had a purple sector 1. We will see what he can do here now through sector 2, through that corner nicely, heading up into corner 9, burning that battery along with that DRS down this mini straight, going into corner 10, 11, through 12.
Yeah, his Vettel goes fastest with a 1:12.7. Very good for Aston Martin there. Very good lap time.
Yeah.
On the board as we head back.
Suit for Duck is about to cross the line and he will go P1 with a 1:12.688. Marginally faster than Vettel by, I want to say, about 3/10. No, that's 3,000. I can't do the maths on that one. Not in my head. No.
So we will pull up the gap to lead it here. So it is about Steve Duck does have pole position by 200ths of a second to his own teammates. So very good for the Aston Martin duo there as it stands, as OC Designs going to get a very lovely tow from Ruby. The stutters flying the lap. Maybe Kirby might be helping him out just a little bit through the first few turns of this circuit.
So we do have 4 drivers. Yeah. 4 drivers yet to set a time. Oh. And controlling invalidates right before the line. She's very unfortunate, so he will go around, duck into the pits.
Probably. Wow, and Cooper Trooper taking opposition there. And JB getting himself up to second place as well. So very good for those 2 drivers. Cooper Trooper may have gone a little toe there from Mercedes up ahead. A little bit running back on board with OC Designs, or maybe she got a little bit dirty air from Kirby, who is trying to help him get through the lap. This might be really bad for him. As OC Designs comes around the final corner.
Invalidates
at the final corner with a little bit of dirty air. Very unfortunate. Kirby does go P11 and toe with the fastest time by about almost 3/10 there. What a lap from him. So the top 10 as it reads, we have Toe, Cooper Trooper, JB, Super Duck, Vessel, Cookie, Nia Shay, Globdrip, Camos and Com United. And from P11 and below, we've actually got Dilby up into P9 with that. So we've now got Com United, Guga, Kruby, Spotty Dirty, also known as Daniel, as Muzz just gets past in there. Jackie Boy, Lord Bill, and ZQ Fury, also known as OC Designs, and Control, and those two old back drivers yet to start a lap just yet at the moment. Looking very good for the Williams duo as they are now first and fourth. Still yet to get JB's teammates in.
As in a while we will see everyone head back into the pits, or the people in the pits head out for their final run, where the track gets very busy and very congested. I am going to steal a saying from another league, and I can do this because I commentate for them and no one can stop me. But soon, in a few minutes, we will experience a rush time as Dilby has retired from the session.
Looks to be Dilby may have just put it in the wall there. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, as we have a little bit of a spectator bug going on with the screen flickering. I'm not sure if that's going on with your screen there, but it does look like looks to be a car just flickering all over the track. So very interesting. And a spectator bug there. Not sure again what has happened to Dilby, but Phoenix take it away as controller goes up to P2 actually by fourth. A toe. Oh my!
And that
time drops it there.
And that time by controlling, oh no, was set on new tires. Apparently, no, I think he may have. No, was set on new tires because he's not on an outlap. I did not see him duck into the pits and then run out and smash that time. But do you think we will see any changes within the top few positions, as we have quite a lot of drivers in that 4/10 back bracket?
Yes. So controller did go 4,000 off post time with a set of used tires. So yeah, Phoenix take it away with the remaining bits of qualifying here.
Yep, as we do have now the majority of our drivers in the pits, but we do have Vettel coming across the line and we'll jump up into P5. I'll go back to their times. With a Vettel goes with 1:12.586 as the next person to cross the line, who is currently on a lap. No, Coops has invalidated. Oh, who else is on now? Most of them are in the pits. We do have a Haas out on, looking at the battery, could be coming in on an in lap. So for the time being, I don't think we have anyone on a flying lap. Although in a minute or two, we will go straight into rush time and see everyone out on their final runs.
All right. Yes, as everyone now comes into the bit, so it won't be much. So we can have a little talk just about this upcoming session and a little bit. Vessel there just flips the wall, DNFing himself almost there.
Now,
We have Cooper Trooper on the up actually. So we'll see what he does momentarily, and the OG Cookie.
Now, something this track looks to me, tell me if you get this, a little bit like a crab with the pincers. Can you see that, or is that just me?
I think that might just be you. Yeah, I can't see anything
Because
at the minute anymore.
in the track map, you've got the little mound going into Sector 2, finishing in Sector 2. You've got Sector 1 and Sector 3, which kind of look a bit like claws, and you've got the straight being the bottom. But that's just, could be just a me thing, as we now look at Cooper Trooper going out for, I assume, will be his final run, heading into Sector 2 with that nice, I'm not quite sure what edition livery that is, but a nice pink B-carb racing bull, sugar-free Red Bull. What
It's believed that is the Miami special livery used in, obviously, F1 in the real world in for the Miami race, which is coming up next week for F1 after a very long time.
We only had about a 5-week break. It's like the summer holidays 2.0, except right at the start of the season. Unfortunately, they did cancel one of the races I was most looking forward to, which was the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. As Cooper Trooper,
yes, I believe Cooper Trooper
stays
does
in
go
P3.
Does then go. I think he did improve there on his time. It's just a bit.
Who's about to come across the line? We have got Lordville coming now through Sector 3. And will he improve? Not quite sure. He is currently in P14 and coming down that final corner. Burning that ERS was probably not on a lap, because I did not look up at the ERS usage, as we do have a. Let me get to that driver briefly. It's going to take me a second. Oh no, as OG Cookie, I think, is out. Not
As
quite
we
sure.
get Cooper Trooper into the pits, he is done with qualifying for the evening. We still have Toe and Pole with controlling just finished. So we've got Amos, who's actually just about 2.5 tenths up. Can he get pole, perhaps? He's only about 3 tenths off it. Can he do much in these final couple of corners? Coming around the final corner, can he do it? Cross the line. All he can is P3, so he ducks off Cooper Trooper there with I believe that might be, what is it? A 1:12.3.
Oh, as
time being.
Glob Drip is in a wall and his tyre is now facing the wrong direction. I barely caught the end of him slamming it into that wall. There, back to you, as we do have a McLaren facing the wrong direction.
Yes, as Guga also is done, although that is on track, so I'm not sure what will be said about that if that does anything. As Kirby across the line, stay 17th, so that will bring an end to qualifying. I did just see at the end there Hamilton's AI be brought in, so I'm not sure what we said about that. Not sure why that's plugged in. Let me just go to the bottom of the grid. No. So your complete classification is Toe from controlling 4,000ths of a second. That was really close, especially on used tyres. Then you've got Camos, Cooper Drooper, Vettel, Jackie Boy, Super Tough, Nah Eshe, JB, Daniel P, Cookie, Guga, Glob Droop, Tom United, Dilby, also there's Dura, Lord Bill, Ruby, Moz, and ANZ Kid Fury, unless, unfortunately, Stunny Break was unfortunately unable to join us. So we will now head on to the main event and we'll see what, perhaps, if there's rain or not.
It does not look like it as they change their setups from quali to race as we now wait for them to go out on their formation lap. Whether they'll actually use their formation lap to warm up those tyres or just spin around, time will tell.
Right, as we now wait up and see, but Felix, how are you feeling about this race?
Well, the sprint was insanely chaotic, and I'm going to say this and hope I don't comms curse it because every time I have said we'll have a nice, clean corner one, lap one, it has evolved into absolute chaos. With I think my worst one being a virtual safety car on lap one. So we could have a pilot, but I do hope they go through that first corner nice and cleanly as they are now going out for their formation lap.
Right, as we got the formation lap, Felix taken away with the starting grid as Hugo's already starting to get DSQ just off the start here.
As someone breaks a breaker board, but it is formation lap, so it will be reset for the race. So it looks like most of the drivers are actually behaving themselves for once. And something we did not catch in quali for me, which is first time in quite a while, was Camos doing donuts. I've caught him doing donuts plenty of times, but I did not catch him doing donuts this quali. But who knows, he could chuck donuts towards the end of his lap.
So the possible race strategies we have today are both strategies starting in softs, although most of the drivers here, I think, are starting on the, I can just pull it up real quick. Yes, so there's a mix of softs and medium tires for the race. So we'll see how those soft tires are able to run no more than about 8 or 9 laps, I would say. But the strategies we do have here are either softs to mediums or mediums to hards. So it will be very interesting to see what we have. The top two both starting on the soft tires. Camos starting on the mediums. Coop Trooper starting on the softs. Vettel on the mediums. Jackie Boy on the softs. Super Duck on the softs. Night Shade on the mediums. JB and Daniel on the softs. OG Cookie on the mediums. Giga, Galogdrip, and Lord Bill, and Muzz and OC Designs all starting on the softs. And we have Com United, Dilby, Kirby, Muzz, all starting on those mediums, as Racing Bulls in particular have gone for that alternate strategy. Yeah. I will take away with you, thanks for these openings.
5 red lights are out, and away we go here at the Spanish Grand Prix, as it looks like Toe got a nice start, as now we head
already up to third. He's got a really good start.
Going
into the first couple of corners, Toe does still lead, as we got a bit of overtaking at the back here. Not as much carnage, there's still a bit of contact, I think. There's the yellow flag at the back.
And
his big Jackie Boy has spun, gone off into the grass.
As we have
OC Designs in the gravel there.
With Dilby as well. As I said,
what's happened between those two. Those two might have a bit of contact.
As I said earlier, every time I say we'll have a nice clean lap one, we don't, and that is very much evident as we are now heading into Sector 3 of the first lap of 23 laps of racing.
Yes, I believe because it's the sprint weekend, it is only a 35% race compared to the standard 50% rate that RCL does.
The big crashing spinning at the back.
What has just happened at the back there?
I am not quite sure, but I caught it on stream.
4-car pile up. Not sure. I think there's a bit of contact between.
I think it was about 5 cars. It's about
a 3-car battle. There's about a 5-car battle for about 15 cars.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now I will jump back up to the top as I was flicking through the field And then I saw that pile up happen, so I stayed with the pile up.
Oh, as Dilby does go a little bit wide, losing a position there, maybe two, as we head back up the front.
Ooh,
So
and
we've got
Muzz
the top
has
three
spinning and is
Trooper
in
already up at the position,
gravel
as we've got
again.
Muzz being very slow, so I think he may have
He
got
hissed the
dipped a
gravel.
wheel in the gravel there.
It dipped a wheel. All four wheels were in the gravel. He was sliding around. As almost the field's almost in a kick sandwich, with the exception of P1 of Toe and Nat Williams. The rest of the field is in a lovely kick sandwich tonight. Now, do you think we will have any DNFs tonight?
I think what we've saw from that sprint as well, as we're actually going to get control and with the DRS to potentially take the lead here, he does run the outside of Toe 1 around the outside of Toe. Beautiful move for him as he now leads the sprint. Toe is looking to fight back. Anyway, back to what you were saying. It is now well and truly a kick sandwich. We've got more yellow flags in the back of the team. By the looks of one of the McLarens would have slowed down there. But as you were saying, I think we will, after the sprint, after the opening lap, oh my goodness, and the McLaren, oh, Kruby's, as we were saying that, Kruby does slide off and get a bit of damage.
And goes through
Not
a
sure what's happening. I think
breaker board, I believe.
But I do think we will see
Oh,
a DNF or two, perhaps, what Stoop did.
Kruby
Oh my goodness,
missing a front end plate.
Oh my goodness, half spins. Back up to the front, we've got a very big DRS train going from about, I'd say about P1 all the way down to P9 here. JB looks to be on very interesting fuel here. About under fuel, I think he would have done. Lord Bill has made up the most positions, so with only being 4 positions made up, as Cougar and both the McLarens have actually gone in the pit, so they will double stack. Yeah. So their race is well and truly over.
And I saw Karibu was missing that front end plate as well, as now the field is no longer in a kick sandwich. As the back of the field has sort of spread out, but that was also about 5 cars involved in that little spin pile-up situation we had on lap 1, and the rest are sort of just in a train following each other, and they will slowly spread out. Maybe in a few laps' time we'll see them more spread out as they are. As Lord Bill is also
got the top. We've got obviously still the top 9, maybe almost about the top 10, with all within DRS here, to each other. I'm just going to see if that's Dodge almost being within DRS here is just outside of it. But the top 9 is all within DRS, as we do have some very low battery percentage. Hamas is a little bit higher than everyone else. It's perhaps about 40%. The two Astons doing well. Lord Bill now getting past OG Cookie with that DRS. He has used JB perhaps is just it's been a little bit away from the back from that top 8 we saw. He's dropped out of DRS actually, so I'm not sure what's happened to him. They've just lost some pace there. But take it away, Phoenix.
As looking at, we do have Jackie Boy very close to the back of Duh. And I won't say what I will say, but I probably will say it in the end about Duh, as Jackie Boy goes very close to Duh, and will he get the move done? He's now coming very close, looking for that move to be done, but also does not want to gain damage and will gain DRS down the straight. Does have battery, but Duh has about double his battery. So he will keep his position all for now, as one of the cars goes wide. I think it was actually Jackie Boy, as that gap has now gone. But we have got OG Cookie closing in onto Glodrip, but as Nia gets the move done on Soup for Duck and Spotty, so Soup for Duck could have gone a bit wide into one of the many corners. As we do have the field looking very spread out, but then you have got those two McLarens which did have to pit earlier.
Yes, I do believe those two McLaren Bay race is done and dusted for the evening, with Ikrufu being 18 seconds back from his teammate and Guga being 13 seconds back from majority of the field. And we've got Daniel here making a little bit of contact with, or Nia making contact with a little bit Daniel P. So we got a lovely little three-car battle between for battle for sixth here between Daniel P, Nia and Shipduck, and JB looks to crawl his way a little bit. He may have got the DRS. He does have the DRS. Can he gain on? He's got almost no battery, so that's going to be very difficult for him. Seems the yellow flag at McLaren has seemed to maybe cause a safety car.
It's a VSC because
the VSC.
Because fun fact, for a safety car, you will have a yellow dot appear at the pits, which is that safety car driving out. That is how I've learned as a broadcaster and commentator how to very quickly pick up if it is a VSC or not. But no DNFs, just a not quite sure massive spin or so. I spoke way too soon as I was on board with Karubi as he went into the wall. I have a really bad habit of doing this, and Dilby gets a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. And I think it's now.
It's not very good for racing bulls.
It's now a actual safety car.
Oh my goodness, Dilby's made an evening worth. He's got to drive through Candlestick for speeding under the safety car.
And now
very unfortunate for him.
We have
see what he can do
an actual safety car, but the field is in a kick sandwich again.
This is really good for the soft runners. This is perfect for the soft runners.
And the mediums.
They can go to. They might be able to go to the end on this, perhaps.
Unless we see another safety car, as we do have Muzz briefly stopped on track. Probably that Delta.
Williams are going to double.
I think everyone is heading into the pits.
Oh my goodness. Lord Bill almost stacks into the back of JB there, so there will be some double stacks, but that doesn't matter too much under a full safety car.
Anyway.
As we've got JB looking to. Oh, JB actually is the. Actually, Stover. Penalty of looks. He did not. He's so design gets a speeding penalty
in the pit lane.
So Dilby comes out in 12th, but unfortunately he is going to have to serve a drive-through and a 10-second out of the safety car. He should have perhaps served that.
And Moz also stays out, but I think Moz pitted right before the safety car, or pitted under that VSC to get a cheap pit stop, which then turned out to be a safety car. As Karubi has left the session, if you could get him in again, that would be lovely. As we will now sit on board we'll sit with controlling for the safety car restart, and we'll take this moment to have a little break. We will be back for that safety car restart.
JB looks to be bogged at some point. He can't move. He's he's bogged. JB looks to have
Oh,
spun under the safety car, and
he's
he's
been
been disqualified from
qualified.
the session because he couldn't move the car. That is really unlucky for him. Oh my goodness. Not a place. Not a
Oh,
very unlucky race for him. His
no,
AI is still very, very bogged there.
as we have got now all
Unfortunately,
but one of those cars in that safety car restart, and we will wait whether the safety car will come in this lap or not. I'm not quite sure if that DSQ will have will cause the safety car to continue, but this also brings
I
McLaren.
believe that car is off the tracks. I think it will come in this lap. We will see.
No, will it come in?
One
It,
right on board
yes,
with
it will.
controlling here. Yes, we will be safety car in this lap as we ride on board with control and will take us away under the safety car and lead us into lap 10 of 23. So we will see what happens as the OC Designs picks up here. Very unfortunate for Dilby there. He gets a 10-second and a drive-through penalty. Maybe he should have served it, but that's okay. He can serve it at a later time. He will have to serve that drive-through, not this lap, but next lap. As controller now takes it away with a very decent launch. Can he get pull away from toe now on those fresh hard tires? He is nice and easy going as some overtakes happening further back between Lord Dill, Super Dark Love Drip Dilby, as Guga gets a 3-second penalty. What's happened in the back there? Maybe he was forced off a little bit, perhaps. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, there's the front. Got Nia Ashley and Daniel P fighting for that position, fifth position there, as the top three are all the same. It's controlled from Toe from Cooper Trooper, as they were further down the field. Noz is fighting down with OCD Designs.
And already we didn't see this on lap one of the start of the race, but on this safety car restart, there are sort of almost already two distinct groups, with the back few trailing behind, but with Control and having a very nice safety car restart here. And DRS has now been re-enabled.
Yes, as I think Dilby is going to go serve his drive-through penalty, I believe. Pretty sure, yes, he's going in to serve it. So, unless hopefully another safety car will get him back in this race, just to catch up to the field a bit. But controlling seem to pull away a little bit more from Toe. Toe's still within that DRS. As we go further back, Daniel seems to be falling off the pace just a little bit. He's lost about 3 or 4 positions, I think, since the safety car restart. So very unlucky, unfortunate in that game as well. So we'll see. So most of the drivers have opted for the hard tire. A few of them have gone for the mediums. Obviously, they've started on the hards. I think all the mediums. So I think they've actually gone for toe stop. Perhaps let me just double check that. No, they haven't. No, a few China's have just opted for the soft, the mediums approach. So very interesting for them.
Very nice little battle between Naya and Vettel. A lot of wheel banging as they went side by side into a few of the corners. And Spotty Dotty
Yes,
has pulled into the pits. Not quite sure why.
Looks to me, believe maybe some damage or something, perhaps. Looks to be missing, yes, an end plate, or yes, he is looking to change that front wing. Which means obviously Gilby will not be last in this race. So he's not the only one who's screwed. His race is screwed tonight. Over to you, Finns.
As we've had some very nice, very tight battles, as I say that we have got OC something designs overtaking Dilby. No, sorry, the McLaren in front, but then the McLaren takes that position back, and they are starting to trade positions like Pokemon cards. As
As Cooper Trooper now a little bit off the pace on those hard tyres, perhaps he's just dropped a
as Cooper as Coops does get the move done on it to Cooper Trooper, so Cooper Trooper isn't having the world's best safety car restart here tonight. As we go through the field, we have Vettel very close to his teammate Superduck, but then Globdrip goes up
further back.
on
We've got
the
Drip on
inside.
the inside. Yes, is he going to send it? Oh, and then we've got Jackie Boy also in this fight for ninth position. Can he get the move done? Perhaps he goes on a splits wheel, but unfortunately for the Trooper to lose that fourth position, pace they've dropped off just a little bit. Jackie Boy looking to maybe go around the outside of um, turn 9, sorry, into turn 10. He's very, very close. Oh my goodness, making very slight contact with a Vettel here. As I was saying, Cooper Trooper just a little bit off the pace there, off the Williams and the Sauber driver. But maybe he can regain it here on the straight, perhaps. Well, looks like to not. As Jackie Boy looking with the DRS. Now he's got. They go around the outside, very low battery. He's taking a little wing away. Oh my goodness, Jackie Boy goes off the track. That will be definitely said in the steward room after this race. So this fight is looking to not be over, and the others hit into Vettel. Yeah, Godrib looks to have overtaken Soup there.
Yeah. And now you pick any driver on the grid, and when they start the next lap, we will go on board with them for a lap. Take a pick of any driver you so please.
Cooper maybe looking to gain a little bit back on Ramos. He's gained about like a couple of tenths or so just across the lap. He will have to do it. He will have to go on the batch. Overseas points.
As we are now going on board with Cooper Trooper, who has closed that gap significantly for the moment, but now that gap is starting to open up again, burning that battery out of the corner to gain a bit more of that traction on the exit, takes that curb nicely, now going down into corner 5, a little bit of dirty air into corner 6 on my track web. It does not look like much of a corner, but when you're racing, it sure is a corner. As we are now going through 7 and 8, having dropped a little bit back, but burning again that ERS off the corner, down that straight, having got DRS as well. DRS didn't seem to do all too much, does run, I think, a bit wide, coming into corner 12. We will see if he can gain anything on the straight, but does actually have a battery advantage by about 10%, gets DRS, burns that battery, but I think it is no good.
Yes, further back he may have missed Google. Oh my, as I was about to mention, he's had a massive spin into the wall. He'll be coming up on him. He might pass him here.
As that happened, I watched, I think it was Nine and Soup go wheel to wheel around a corner, but like their wheels were lined up with each other. It was very nice. They kept it within the white lines, and none of them did spin out, which is impressive when you're going wheel banging that close together. As looking through the field, who is close to each other? We have got Jackie Boy closing in on to Vettel, as now on lap 16 of 23, we now have a very spread out field.
Yes, Cooper Tripper looking to gain back on Camus. Maybe
as we do have a McLaren facing the wrong direction, waits for the field to go past him, but if he is not careful, gets it back on before the game disqualifies him for parking in a dangerous location, as Controllant has now run away yet again, probably hoping not for another safety car. And we only have a handful more laps where I'm pretty sure a safety car can be triggered. I'm not quite sure what lap the safety car does cut out from, as we do have Jackie Boy does go a bit wide and Vettel does now go in front, as we have United very close to Jackie Boy, gets that DRS down that mini straight, goes up on the inside, gets it done easy as pie, as Jackie Boy does go into the back of United slightly, but United gets that P10 position for the time being, as Cookie is now very close to the back of Jackie Boy. Will he get that move done? And we have the McLaren off. Oh, and that is a virtual safety car again. That's the second virtual safety car we've seen.
Unfortunately, that does neutralise the race a little bit, but as I was about to mention, Cooper Tripper, Camos, and Toro all within DRS to each other, so very, very interesting there what was going to happen if the VS didn't come out. So we'll see what happens further as OC Designs comes into the pits. Dilby as well to come and serve his 10 seconds. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to score points.
He will.
Very lucky for him. Very lucky night.
And I assume with him also switch tyres, because he is still on a 17-lap-old pair of mediums, which will slowly be starting to go away. And he does, I'm pretty sure, have to run 2 separate tyre compounds. So we'll either bite the bullet, goes onto that soft, would have either had to be a soft or a pair of hards, as we are now back away and racing and DRS has been re-enabled.
Yes, as we go back further up the field, Cooper looks to gain a little bit more on Camos here, so he's definitely at the DRS. He's definitely got more. He's got the same level battery between them. On that's 40%, 20% less battery than the rest. Lord Bill looking to catch up here as well. So those top 5 all looking to gain a bit. Red Bull in a P5 and P6 in a minute. So they're looking very good for the constructors' wise. Fortunately, Racing Bulls did drop off the pace after scoring no points in the other week, as we had no drivers.
You can't score points without drivers. As Guga has left the session, but that's a DNF, so I think it was a retirement in the pits, judging off where that car is.
Yes, and that I do believe so.
It is in the pits.
As we actually get super dark over 10 Globtrick there, looking to be down the inside, so we'll see what happens there. And I actually looking to get involved in this as well. So a very good battle for P6 here between Super Dark, Globtrip, and Night Ashay. As we head further up the front, both Charles and Cooper Tripper looking to get past who's again very low on batteries, about 20%, 50% lower than Camel's, about 40% lower. As Night actually does pick up a 3 second. unlucky that race, that P6 position is going to be over. That fight's going to be over for him. But unfortunately, I think he will say where he is at the minute. As we get again further up the field, this battle for second is quite good. As Hamilton has a full decoy. He's almost got 100% battery. Now the battle's going on there. Everyone field is very spread out here. So where do we see Camos or Cooper Trooper overtake Toe here on the main straight? Once again, that Deros. As obviously Joby setting that fast lap, which is really good for racing bulls, getting that extra point for it should be really good. Can Camos now get past Toe as OC Designs picks up a 3-second warning? Not a lot of penalties going on tonight, but that's quite common as we. Oh my goodness, what did happen there? Toe's had a bit of a lag spike there as he's glitched inside as Camos now gets inside. Oh my goodness, they make a bit of contact. Cooper Trooper looking to go around the outside of almost both of them. He's going to go, both of them, go round the outside there, up into third now, as they both get past Toe. As Lord Bill almost as well getting almost past him. Oh my goodness.
Very punchy.
Toe's definitely lost a couple positions.
A very punchy top 5, with the exception of Controlling, which has zoomed off into the horizon with almost a 5-second lead and is closing in on Durr very slightly, about, I want to say, half a sector behind, but of course the sectors do, I think, range in length, with sector 3 being a tad shorter. Will we see Controlling lap Dilby before the end of the race?
Perhaps, maybe. Miles picks up a 10-second penalty with a severe collision with Jackie Boy. What happens back there? I think they made quite a bit of contact. This Jackie Boy doesn't seem to be missing any of his front wings, and perhaps he's got underfloor damage or something there. As Cooper Trooper is within 3/10 of the Camos, can he now get the remaining 2 laps to catch up to Camos as Colin does have a 4.8-second gap? He's absolutely diced the field here today. New driver. It's supposed to be reserving, but instead he's out here winning. As we get Lord Bill again as well, Toe still in this fight, all in the top 5 battle. Not much as Jackie Boy and Muzz. Oh my goodness, what just happened there? Big contact as they both go wide off in the track. Cookie's put in the wall, or he's just retired on Joe. I'm not sure what is going on there. You know, what's on board with Muzz here? I think he's calling quits as Community United picks up 3-second. And Cooper Trooper, oh my goodness, that is huge. That is huge. He's not going to finish on the pony now. As he picks up that 3-second, as he's going to lose down to 5th. There's a further incident back. And Glob Trips in the gravel. He's just reset the track. I'm not sure if he got that on stream or not.
I got him on track, but if you got it, clip it. I'm not sure if you can clip, because
I definitely will.
Because I can clip the last certain roll and Glob Trip.
Definitely illegal.
Illegal 1 point. How to get a penalty reset to track when the commentators are actually on board with you.
Yes, I was.
As we are now on. We have Controlling coming in for that to claim the victory here at this Spanish Grand Prix. As I will slowly try and get these guys in for an interview if they want to. as you run through the final standings.
Deal with as I was looking for that, but unfortunately, we will get the top three in for that race. Maybe along with obviously very good drive from Pikachu today.
Who is Toe on Discord? Oh, never mind. Comms pick. Who's mid pack? Well, let's see if we can. Let's go for. I have now tagged everyone, and we'll see if any of them will come in for an interview. I know some of them are chilling in a different server, and we will wait and see if any of them come and jump in. As we now watch the podium celebrations. As we will wait, and I'll see if I can get any of the drivers in for an interview, as we do have. We'll start with because for some reason this chat only allows 5 people, and Hudy, you can start with the interview.
All right. So, how are you feeling after the race? I know it was very unfortunate for you after that 10-second as well as with the drive to the penalty. So, how do you feel about that?
A bit unfortunate with the whole safety car. Well, yeah, safety car incident, I should say. P14, not what I was hoping for. Definitely had the pace to go a lot quicker, and I don't think my DNF in quality helped that. Just come in a bit too quick to the pit lane and unfortunately clipped the wall after my second run. But definitely think I could have pulled easily another half second off that lap, but just wasn't fortunate enough to get a third run in.
Yeah. Anyways, as the week of TP, I think you definitely obviously did have the pace, but very unlucky as to what happened, especially with the safety car. That did happen. So, but very good efforts, I think, in my opinion. But hope to get you again for another race in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That's all from me.
And no further questions, but I do hope you enjoyed your time here at Spa for your debut.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very happy with that at the end of the day. And have a good one to both of you.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Will do. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to race for VCARB.
No worries. I hope you obviously would have been like to have a bit more pace there, hopefully getting the points, but getting the experience is good.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
And we'll see if any of the top 3 are coming in. I am not sure if the top 3 are coming in or not. But as a quick recap, how do you think, how did that race go?
I think overall speaking from this point of view, I think it was very good. You know, we had a lot of entertainment there, a little bit of commentator's curse from both of us, I think, when we talk about McLaren's. But this is probably going to be one of my chances to commentate. But it was good to commentate. I really enjoyed it. It was good fun. From a team principal point of view, I think overall we did pretty well. Obviously, Cooper almost got the podium, but unfortunately, with 3 seconds, he fell down to, I think, P5 at the end there. So very unlucky. So I think, but we will see.
Mm.
I think, and obviously, very unfortunate race for him. But I think overall we did still score some points, so I will take that.
And
I'm just trying to fight for the win in constructors, but who knows? God might get a penalty there. We'll see what happens.
yeah, and it was a very nice race. A lot of action, unlike in RP we saw last night. We also had about double the drivers. I think we had 19 out of our 20 drivers racing, which is a very good turnout. Lots of cursing. I cursed someone and I was on board with them as they DNF'd. And I think that went from a VSC to a safety car, or that could have been a previous incident. Not quite sure. But from a TP's perspective, I am extremely happy because going into this, Kick had a total of 4 points overall, beating Haas by 4 points because Haas hadn't gotten any points, but winning both the sprint and the feature will bring in some good points. And
all right, I think we will pass it
there.
But it was really good to conversate along with you.
It was really nice too.
I do hope to do this again.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Sometime in the near future. Really, really fun.
It was really nice having a co-commentator as I normally do this sort of jazz solo. But that is all for this week. We will see you next week for RCL, which I believe is around Bahrain. So we'll see you next week for Bahrain, on the Friday for RP, then the Saturday for our Div 1. That is all, and good night.